mental battle.
Oh my goodness!
Right over his head, he is world champion.
Absolutely sublime.
This is the storyline of Lin Dan. Lin Dan was the most complete men's singles player to ever touch the badminton court. So let's take you back to where it all began.
Having started his training at the age of 5, Lin already got scouted when he was 12, due to his victory at the National Junior Championships in China.
He joined the Chinese national badminton team in 2001, when he was just 18. In 2000, Lin won the Asian Juniors in singles and the men's team event. This was his last tournament before transitioning into the senior spotlight. 2001 marked the start of the 18-year-old's professional career. In his first final, which was the Asian Badminton Championships, he got thrashed by his compatriot Xiao Xuan's. As many others, Lin suffered from many early round knockouts in the first years of his career. This is footage from Lin Dan's first title in the Korean Open 2002.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. The winner of Korea Open 2002 is from China.
For a 21-year-old, Lin Dan's 2003 season was quite magnificent. The results made him rise in the world ranking system, and already in the beginning of 2004, Lin founded himself as the world number 1. The place as world number 1 gave Lin Dan a lot of expectations from the fans, and for most of 2004, he didn't disappoint.
Had a good opening rally, and so far throughout the championships, Lin Dan has looked so impressive. He's been so sharp, so fast to the shuttle, so much in control of the rallies. Point. This time he's got
it! But the fairy tale didn't last long. But what could have overshadowed all the other titles? The Olympics in Athens broke Lin Dan's ideal year.
04年雅典啊，我们觉得他心态是还挺好的，没想到第一轮就给输了。我以为知道他肯定很难受，那也不会难受。
对我影响最大是04年输完以后到08年这4年的过程。
他这4年里面也很吃苦的，
也非常累，每一年都非常累，因为你停不下来。我觉得只有妈妈会让我感觉到轻松一点。
像林丹他不会放弃的，他会一直往前走。
I think Lin Dan will be coming through this fairly comfortably today.
Oh, superb.
Lin Dan dominated the sport for the next 4 years, winning a staggering amount of 23 tournaments on the badminton tour, including his first ever world championship title. Lin Dan's 2008 Olympics was nothing more than a domination tour. Without losing a set the whole tournament, Lin Dan was on his way to create a space for himself in the history books. But that wasn't enough for him. He wanted to be the best. This was the golden time for the Lin Dan and Lee Chong-wei rivalry. In these 4 years, they played each other 16 times. Here are some of their most exiting rallies from that time.
Toying with each other here.
They are. In many ways, I think this rally can benefit Lee Chong-wei.
The longest rally of the match. Oh, what a touch, what a shot, what a point from Lin Dan. What a return. And we're getting one. What a brilliant point.
Oh my goodness.
Is clear, as you can see that Chong-wei has a bit more.
At the end of 2013, Lin Dan was in many's eyes the greatest of all time. From 2009 to 2013, he won almost all the biggest tournaments. At this point, Lin Dan had 5 World Championships, 5 All England Opens and 2 Olympic gold medals in the bag. At this point and on, Lin Dan was not as young and sublime as he used to be. Therefore many began to talk about Lin being old and should start to think of retirement.
Victor Axelsen has destroyed the 2-time Olympic champion Lin Dan. I use the word destroyed. I don't think that's an overstatement at all.
Lin Dan, you have won it all at least twice. What keeps you motivated to continue playing badminton?
God told him to do so.
Will Glasgow be your last World Championships? Okay, Lin Dan?
I don't know.
Everyone thought that Lin Dan's legacy was coming to an end, but Lin Dan had other plans.
Oh, brilliant! Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, he's got it back! I don't believe it. Oh, sensational! That's brilliant. Yeah, he's done it. Lin Dan comes back from an 8-point deficit at the mid-game interval. Oh my goodness. champion once more.
At the 2016 Olympics, Lin Dan unfortunately lost in the semi-final to his rival Li Chongwei, but he didn't go out without a fight. After the Olympic, Lin's pace on the court fell rapidly. That was because he didn't want to get injured at the end of his career. But even though he was an older player, he still had ambitions about Olympic qualification in 2020.
That's what's to carry him through this match. That's brilliant play by Lin Dan.
Six straight points and the opening game.
Fantastic rally.
Missed it. Lin Dan. So after the women's singles, we turn our attention to men's singles, and it's an all-Chinese affair. And it's done it. The delight for the 22-year-old Shi Uji.
The Malaysian Open 2019 was Lin Dan's last title of his career. Due to bad performing and the fact that the coronavirus was becoming a pandemic made it very difficult to qualify for the Olympics. Lin made his retirement public on the 4th of July 2020.
Deciding game, an hour and 17 minutes.